God-forsaken right to be loved. Love, 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 love.
A look inside Respite Care reveals a kind, gentle, and merciful magic. The kind of magic stirred up by dignity, relevance, and acceptance. Here, kids grow within a community of friends and mentors. Staff and volunteers coach, guide, and encourage every child to realize their unique destiny. At Respite Care, a no-limits attitude, anchored by unconditional love, makes it easy to imagine the possibilities. The possibilities are endless for the charming 5-year-old Wyatt. He came to Respite Care after experiencing seizures caused by a brain tumor.
It kind of really just turned our family upside down. We were scared, we were angry.
Because this isn't the kind of illness or diagnosis that you can treat and it goes away. It's an ongoing thing for us.
Even at the height of treatment, he still managed to flash his strong, sweet smile.
He is the strongest little boy that I have ever met in my entire life.
Today, Billy and Michelle manage the seizures through a strict diet. Respite has the expertise to assist the family with his nutritional needs and then keep the seizures at bay.
We know what he can eat, what he can't eat. I would say probably the biggest struggle with that is explaining to others. And that's the good thing about Respite is that they understand. We come in and we say, Wyatt can't have anything but what we provide to him and water, and this is why. And they know they've got staff here that are trained.
Oh my God!
I never have once, from the second I walked in this door, have ever worried about Wyatt and if he was going to be okay here. Never once. I don't know that words can truly express how much of an asset Respite Care is to the citizens and the families of Larimer County.
Thanks to Respite, sisters Cadence and Aspen now have more possibilities after moving to our community from Georgia.
There was no options. We would have a hard time, even finding somebody to come to our house. And we would find somebody for a time or two and then they would never come back. I mean, you got one kid that has special needs, it's hard enough to find somebody. And then when you've got two, it's like, it's not gonna happen.
It's nice knowing that we have a place that we can trust and that can take care of our kids. It's never been an option for us in the past.
I was so used to having bad experiences everywhere we had been with the kids. But when they came and they enjoyed it, it was amazing.
Cadence is 12, Aspen is 10. Both are on the autism spectrum.
They're super sweet, but they're not easy. It doesn't matter what crew's on board that day. They're here and they know what to do.
Their parents now have more options because of Respite.
When you've never been allowed to leave for a date night in 7 years, and then you come somewhere where you have the opportunity to do that, occasionally is great.
We weren't after Respite Care for date nights. Like, that's not what we needed. We needed assistance with the kids being able to have a place to go before school and after school, at least so my wife could go back to work. And in our minds, we felt that if we can get that accomplished, then we have made great strides in our lives.
Respite Care has opened up the possibilities for 12-year-old Jacob to thrive.
Jacob would probably be a smiling kid throughout all kinds of different contexts, but I think the wattage of his smile, the intensity of his smile is probably a lot bigger from having had all of the incredible things that Respite has given to him.
Down syndrome, like from the beginning, the Arizona Cognitive Test Battery.
Jacob's mom, Debbie, is currently interim head of Human Development and Family Studies at Colorado State University. Debbie studied how children with disabilities impact families and how best to support children and their families in educational and therapeutic settings. Then, she gave birth to Jacob.
I was pretty well prepared in some ways for the experience we were embarking on, but of course there's lots more that you can't know just from studying it from afar or reading books.
Respite also helped Debbie open up the possibilities of developing a relationship with James, Jacob's stepfather.
Having the chance to build relationships for myself, that restored me. That never would have happened if I didn't have the trust and the total support that I got from Respite Care. I trusted that I could bring Jacob to them and he would get just what he needed.
So he's gone from being a child who maybe didn't have a lot of social connections, and his social sort of connectedness has just grown and grown and grown by leaps and bounds since he's been there. From being a child who wasn't walking at the time when he first came to Respite Care. So in the last 2.5 or 3 years, he's really started to walk.
When Debbie and James married, they asked that in lieu of traditional gifts, guests donate to Respite. The response was overwhelming.
Nothing could have made us happier on that day than to have that be the case.
When there's no limits to the amount of love you give, there's no limit to the difference you can make. Respite Care proves that each and every day.
My oldest daughter, she doesn't sleep at night, so she's up majority of the night. Even the guys at work, they're telling me like, well, of course she crashes during the day, and she doesn't. She's wide open, 100% all day long.
I can imagine somebody just needing this place to get a nap. Like, seriously.
At the heart of all this is our community, a place that values each and every one of our kids and the goals and skills measured differently.
We weren't born with the autism booklet in our back pocket, but you approach it just like you do, any parent would, knowing that they're your kid and you love them and you're going to do whatever it takes to make their life the best it can be. This place is, it's part of that.
I think probably the best way to describe it is falling off a cliff and hanging on the edge and hanging on with dear life, and then having Respite Care come in and give you a hand and slowly start pulling you back up until you're back on solid ground. That's really how I feel.
Because of you, the kids of Respite Care can truly imagine the possibilities.